Well, yesterday we showed you the likes of John Bosco, George Monghalo, some of those who are aggrieved about the exercise. Apart from some of the aspirants who are speaking about the primary elections, some other leaders of the party are speaking up on the matter tonight. We have a former governor, a former senator, the Minister of Labor, Senator Chris Ngige. He joins us here in the studio. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for coming tonight.
Thank you, Sean.
Not only that you are from Anambra State, you are a former governor, a former senator, and a minister representing Anambra State in the federal cabinet. But it does look like you are not happy about the exercise of Saturday. What went wrong?
Why do you say happy? That I wasn't happy.
You've been reported.
Can you be happy if you're disenfranchised even in a national election?
Were you disenfranchised?
I didn't vote for anybody. I didn't come out because no materials came in my ward. But my family members, my children who are of age, my cousins, everybody who have gone into APC with me, distant relations, in-laws, in my 2 wards in Alotown, in my distant relatives' towns, in Inobi, everywhere in Idemili South, Idemili North, and in the 326 wards, because I had monitors all over there. I put in monitors from my foundation to go there. Gave them phones, which I have been using for elections, and they were sending in reports. By 4 p.m., I wrote a text to the national chairman of our caretaker committee, His Excellency Boni, my Boni. And I said, look, nothing is going on here. And this election is supposed to be concluded at 4 p.m. by the guidelines released by the party. I had called him. I got no response, so I sent the text, SMS. I also sent to His Excellency Dapo Abiodun, because we were together until 2 a.m. on Friday, and that necessitated asking that we reconfigure the election time to be within the band approved in the guideline. So we moved people coming out by 8 a.m. to 10, even though it didn't get down to the people in the wards. And so they all trooped out by 8 a.m. in all the 326 wards in Anambra State to vote for candidate of their choice. I have no preferred candidate. I declared so right from time. I have soft spot for somebody or 1 or 2 of them, but because it's an intra-party thing, I decided that we should give them a level playing field.
And because the word on the street there in Anambra State was that you had earlier endorsed Mr. John Bosco as a candidate.
I said so to everybody's hearing in 2 meetings, which I attended in Anambra State, one about 2 months ago, and one on Friday night, that I have no anointed candidate.
Oh, I mean, so those who said you said so, are they saying, because you also said you had favored candidate. Is Mr. John Bosco one of them?
No. I have soft spot. That's what I said.
Okay, the people you have soft spot for, is Mr. John Bosco one of them?
Of course, he was one of them. The father was my teacher in secondary school.
So that's the reason why you supported him?
So I had known him long time.
That's the reason why
I knew him as a kid. I have another one who is my family friend. The Okwosas are my family friend. I have another one who has, so more than 4 of them are people I know very well. So I'm father of all. I declared it, that I'm father of all. I can't support anybody. It would be against
because
the principle of fairness.
So before we go into the details,
so I have only my 1 vote, Cheung.
Well, you said that you had your cousins, you had people, but and so you have deep interest in the exercise.
No, the election, this is our party constitution. It's by ballot, and the secret ballot.
No, but the exercise was option A4. That was what the committee declared.
And that was why because this is direct, That's why it's option A4. If it is indirect, it's secret ballot.
Secret ballot. Yeah.
So the night of the election, I declared to them that I will not vote.
If it's option A4.
If it's option A4, that I'll be home. So I won't be there to influence anything.
Okay, so, I mean, in that sense, when you say there were no materials, for option A4, it's just only the recorded materials. You don't need ballot boxes, you don't need ballot papers.
No.
For option A4.
You need the registers.
You need the register, absolutely.
To tick.
Okay, so those were not there on the ground.
They were not there.
Well,
They were not there. The election materials to record. You get to record in the wards, the various polling booths. You record there. And then you collate. You must collate at the ward level. And then collate again at the local government level. And then come to the state center and collate the 21 local governments and announce the result. I have passed through option A4 direct primaries. I did that in 2013. The first election that APC had in Anambra State. I had an option A4 direct election against Godwin Ezemo, who challenged me then. And people stood against my poster and his poster and everywhere. Even in my community, it will surprise you. He got about 20 votes.
That's Godwin Ezemo.
Yes.
But in this very one, Honorable Minister, can one relate politics of history of what happened recently between you and Senator Anambra to perhaps the reason why you are not happy with this exercise?
No. Far from it. Senator Anambra was my colleague in the 7th Senate. He's alive. You can ask him. When the Court of Appeal sacked him from the Senate, nullified his election as senator in 2011, December to be precise, he didn't come back to the Senate till about 4 months when the run was done, and he had to come back. Within that 4 months, we were doing our budget and the constituency project for Anambra State. All was given to me. But I contacted him. Contacted Okadibo, who had won but wasn't sworn in. But Anambra had been sworn in.
The reason why
So
I'm asking this
I got
question,
all this constituency project and located
the reason why I'm
them
asking
in the
this
Southern
question is
Senatorial
because
District.
when you were governor, you know what happened without having to restate history. You had, I mean,
He had
your
apologized.
relationship with the Ubas.
He has apologized to me a long time.
Okay, so are you forgiving him?
Of course, why not?
So there's nothing about this that is related to that.
God forgives us. And so why wouldn't we
So you're
forgive
forgiving
others?
him?
Why not?
So you don't have any grievances with Senator Anambra about his emergency?
No. As a matter of fact, as he was going to put his form, to submit his form, he called me to say he was going to put his form. And I wished him well.
But you would have preferred Mr. John Bosco, whom you said
No, don't go there.
All right. So let's
Sheung, you are full of extrapolation.
No. This
that's
is
the problem with
politics,
you.
and there are a lot of permutations in politics.
No.
And politicians are sometimes very difficult to decipher.
I did say
so
it clearly.
sometimes you have to draw out some of these
I
facts.
did say it clearly.
Yeah.
About 4 of them, 5 of them, I know very, very well.
All right. Honorable Minister, just a moment. Let's take a breather. When we come back, there are more to these issues of what happened on Saturday. Senator Chris Ngige is talking about his grievances and what happened and what did not happen. Then we must listen because he's our Honorable Minister. I'll be right back to talk about this. Join us again. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Our conversation is around the issue of the APC governorship primary in Anambra State, where Senator Andy Uba emerged as the candidate. An exercise that was conducted on Saturday, but the result wasn't effectively announced until Sunday. It was chaired by Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State. But Senator Chris Ngige, a former governor, former senator, and a sitting minister in the federal cabinet, is from Anambra State, and he says he could not vote because there were no materials, and that's the reason for the conversation. Of course, we know that this conversation will continue tomorrow, possibly get Senator Andy Uba on the program. But Honorable Minister, when you said you texted the caretaker chairman of your party, Governor Abiodun, and there are no response. So are there other means by which you have reached out to any of these people
No.
organized the
I
exercise?
discussed with Governor Abiodun.
Okay.
When he got my text, after I had called him, he called me back at about 5:15 p.m. and told me he was dispatching the first batch of materials to go to the local governments and from there to the wards. I told him not to do so.
At 5 p.m. on Saturday?
5 p.m., yes. I told him to halt. He said he's putting them with security. I said, no. The security situation in the place is bad. Let us do this election Monday, Tuesday, preferably Tuesday, to give you time to address all the issues the aspirants have raised, because that was what is in my text.
So the Tuesday and Wednesday is tomorrow and next?
Tuesday, I offered him Tuesday. That's what is in my SMS.
Which of them? Because
This Tuesday, tomorrow.
Okay.
Because we are talking on Saturday evening. And he was telling me that INEC deadline would catch up with anything
Monday.
we do on Tuesday.
So why did you then advise if you knew that
No.
the
That's
deadline?
not true. That's not the deadline. The deadline is up to 2nd of July. Yes, so there was time. There is time for it. So I told him, let us do it. He said, okay, that he will now confirm and discuss with the national chairman and get back to me. But to my chagrin, utmost chagrin, they dispatched the materials at 5-something. And the materials got to the local government areas around 6:30, in some places by 7 p.m. And what will even amuse you, the result sheets that came there were photocopies, not genuine result sheets. Photocopies. I have some sample that my people brought. So why didn't you send the original, which we had agreed at the caucus meeting that at least 4 persons should sign? He agreed with the aspirants. We were in a meeting. Senator Kenan Namani, who is in the caretaker committee, was there. So I don't know what was playing out over there. But those who contrived that and executed it, they failed it. Because they are putting the party in a harm's way. They are putting our party in a harm's way.
How?
Because there were no monitoring by INEC. They're supposed to monitor.
Are you sure there were INEC monitors were not there?
No, they were by 7. My people were there. I told you I have monitors that were there. People who work in my foundation were monitors in every ward. And the aspirants also have their own monitors. So there are video clips.
At the press conference that Governor Abiodun addressed on Sunday, I don't know if you heard him, part of what he raised for the late start of the exercise is from the representatives, or for the aspirants themselves. He said that they were required to put forward 30 representatives, and some of them did not do so.
It's a lame excuse.
You think so?
Very lame.
He was the one who chaired it.
I told the governor, I said, this is a lame excuse. It's not part of the guideline. So if you want to give them what I can call, you want to give them some soft puppies for them to give you some people to work in their election.
But aren't they supposed to have agents?
Wait a minute. They have agents. So why are they giving you these 30 persons again? It's not part of the guideline. The guideline said they should have their agents if they wish. And they have already appointed their agents. So he was telling me that the 30 people didn't come till by 9 a.m. I said, no. We finished the meeting at 2, at 1:30. But the secretary of the party told me that he already had 25 from them, and they gave him 5 extra. And that he was at it by 3 a.m. And I believe him. But the important thing, the cardinal thing, is that thing is not part of guideline. It's even wrong. It's even wrong to take from aspirants 30 persons that you will deploy across the states. You mix their nominees. It's wrong.
So,
it's not an excuse.
So give us a...
So I told him, I said, no. If you said it's 9 persons that complied with that, you should have carried on. At 9 out over 14 is a good pass mark, is credit. Yes.
The exercise took place in 20 of 21 local governments.
21 local government, 326 wards.
But it happened, according to Governor Abiodun's press conference, he said it happened in 20 of 21.
That is a fabrication.
So
fabrication.
You're saying that it did not happen at all.
There is no election.
Maybe in your own words.
No. There's no restriction. I later on drove around. Let
me ask you some questions here on
I later on drove
what
around
is happening. Because, I
Sure.
I have my ears to the ground. In the revalidation exercise in your party, what is the population of your party members in your area?
The
Revalidation and the registration in your party.
You see, that's another catch. You know, the register was supposed to be closed. It was supposed to be closed. But it wasn't closed. So I cannot even give you a figure. And the aspirants themselves alleged in the meeting we had, in the caucus meeting we had with them, that some of the people were cloning our party registration card
Form, yeah.
and giving to people who are not from the state.
Because, the word on the ground.
That even the registration was continuing.
Minister, the word there is that you did not even mobilize for the revalidation. And that, for someone, for example, a Pochukuma, for example, has about 180,000 members that he mobilized in his own area.
180,000.
And so these are some of the issues that are raised that you did not mobilize. You don't even have members register in your party, in your area.
No. It's a fabrication.
And that's why I asked if you know how many people are registered for your party.
I have told you, all the aspirants. It's not a question of, he didn't mobilize in the area. All the aspirants contributed money for registration when we were doing that registration exercise. All the aspirants were interested in going to the wards and getting people out. I, as minister, I brought so many of the poverty alleviation programs to many of the communities to get people to ginger them.
To join your party.
To join my party.
We need to close the program because we're out of time. I'd like you to quickly react to this. The allegations in your party, in your state, that you are in bed with the governor of the state, the APGA governor.
Okay. If I'm in bed with the governor came to my village and imposed a traditional ruler. We are in court with the governor. In fact, the Court of Appeal, Oka Division, today, had the state government appeal against our town government, which was a legitimately elected town government.
So why are people in your party saying that you're working with the governor, APGA, against the interest of your party?
Everybody knows I'm not working with the governor. Everybody. It is maybe some of these people that are just talking now that they are doing primaries, and I've said, listen, all right, if you want to do anything that is funny, anything that is fraudulent, don't bring me in.
All right.
I have suffered a small stigma in the 2003 election that made me governor in Anambra State. And the court sacked me.
All right.
They said, Baruma Court said, Peter Obi rigged and had some illegal votes. And that I also rigged more.
All right.
So I don't want anything
Minister,
to do in that direction anymore.
So you want this exercise to happen again?
Of course it has to happen again because there's a provision for appeal.
Okay.
This is the constitution of my party.
So you are going to the appeal?
Of course, the people have appealed, all the aspirants have appealed, Minister, and I've done my own report as the leader of the party.
We have
to go back to the field and do the proper thing.
Okay.
Do the proper thing so that a proper candidate, if we Senator Anambra emerges again, so be it.
All right.
We are not enemies. He's my friend. I'll campaign for him.
All right, Senator,
you understand? But if you go from back door and Nicodemously make other people feel that they're not human beings and have no respect for me to even exercise my rights or my family to exercise their rights.
All right, we're out of time. Honorable
I
Minister.
won't allow it to happen.
Thank you so much, Senator Chris Ngige. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming tonight.
you, Sharon. Thank you.
But that's our show for tonight. And thanks for watching. We're hoping that Senator Anambra will be here tomorrow. And that's our show. Thank you. Bye-bye.